Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's U.S. End-of-Day Recap for Wednesday, July 8, 2026, covering market moves in indexes, sectors, technology, crypto, currencies, and commodities. Kicking things off, I'm Max Profit. Today's market indexes showed mixed results. The Nasdaq Composite Index closed up 51.96 points at 25,870.65, displaying a mixed positive trend. Meanwhile, the S&P 500 Index dropped 22.10 points to close at 7,481.75, continuing its very strong positive trend despite decline. Similarly, the Dow 30 Index fell significantly, down 576.76 points to 52,348.39. In terms of market breadth, the Nasdaq Composite Index saw more decliners than advancers, with 1,886 declines compared to 943 advances. The Russell 2000 Index also exhibited a downward trend, with 1,230 declines overshadowing 554 advances. On the broad index front, the S&P 500 Index had a striking 390 declines against 97 advancing stocks. Evaluating returns, the S&P 500 Index exhibited a year-to-date return of 9.29%. The Nasdaq Composite Index showed a 11.31% year-to-date return, showcasing a positive trend. In comparison, the Russell 2000 Index led with an impressive 19.12% year-to-date return. The technology and energy sectors both rose plus 1.4% today, marking significant advances in a generally mixed trend. Meanwhile, the utilities sector continues with a strong positive trend despite closing down at 460.76 points, indicating stagnation over the recent days, holding steady with flat movement for the third day. Basic materials led the declines, closing down 2.5% at 629.83, breaking a three-day flat spell. Conversely, the financial services sector also fell significantly by 1.9%, closing down for a second consecutive day. Meanwhile, the consumer cyclical sector followed closely with a downward breakout, dropping 1.6% to 1,885.90. Global markets soared, with the China iShares ETF gaining 2% and Taiwan iShares ETF up by 1.9%, closing at strong highs. The Singapore iShares ETF reached a new all-time higher close, ending the day at 31.1, marking a 5-day positive trend amidst ongoing volatility. Examining returns, the Singapore iShares ETF showed significant strength with a 12.72% year-to-date return. China iShares ETF faced a downturn with a year-to-date loss of 12.02%. Notable, South Korea iShares ETF generated a robust 87.93% year-to-date return, reflecting a positive trend despite market fluctuations. In the technology sector, Apple saw a solid gain, closing at 313.28 with a rise of 2.62, reflecting a very strong positive trend. On the other hand, Alphabet suffered a loss, down 4.91 at a closing price of 358.71, with a mixed positive trend despite closing down for 2 consecutive days. Meanwhile, Nvidia showed impressive performance, climbing 7.15 to finish at 204.8. This marks a 3-day upward streak, breaking out upward after a period of consolidation. In contrast, Amazon and Meta platforms both trended negatively, with declines of 2.44 and 12.55 respectively. The former remains in a mixed positive trend amid a flat price movement, while Meta platforms follows a mixed negative trend.
Checking out crypto, I'm Timothy Satoshi. Bitcoin is sliding with a current price of 62,208.10, down by 1,100 115.17, marking the second straight day of declines. Ethereum mirrors this trend, trading at 1,737.31, dropping 32.78. BNB falls to 566.41 after a 10.23 dip, its third consecutive decline. This session reveals tough times for cryptos. Bitcoin is down 2.17% this week, though the monthly trend shows a 6.29% gain. Ethereum follows, down by over 2.63% this week, yet up 10.69% month to date. Both exhibit prolonged negative trends.
For a look at foreign exchange, I'm Victoria Cashmore. The US dollar/euro is currently at 0.8754, down 0.0009. Meanwhile, it shows a very strong positive trend overall against the euro. Against the British pound, the US dollar experienced a downward breakout, currently at 0.7467, decreasing by 0.0018. In contrast, the US dollar-Japanese yen pair sees a rise, reaching 162.5620, up 0.4850, continuing its 5-day upward trend. Now, for the US dollar, the Swiss franc, it's trading at 0.8083, with a minor increase of 0.0007, marking its fourth consecutive day of rising. Lastly, against the Australian dollar, the US dollar has a current value of 1.4421, down by 0.0018, yet maintaining a strong positive trend overall, despite being relatively flat for the past 4 days.
I'm Max Profit, along with our AI hosts Timothy Satoshi and Victoria Cashmore. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated, and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check in weekdays after 4 p.m. New York time for daily market reports with in-depth stock, index, sector, crypto, currency, and commodity coverage. Thanks for watching.